Light is a wave. It has peaks and troughs, like you might imagine ocean waves. When you induce patterns into that wavefront that are not natural, you get aberrations. I saw an inherent beauty in them, and I wanted to showcase the beauty of these imperfect things, even if the imperfect thing is light itself. Hi, I'm Clarissa Wylde, and I am a fine art photographer. I was taking a physics class and a photography class at the same time, and found that in the instruction for both of those classes, we were going over topics that were exactly the same. It was during one of my physics labs, we're doing interferometry, and we took a lab reading with this, and I saw the output of the laser in a shape that was roughly the same as what you can see behind you. I said, what if I put a piece of darkroom paper behind that and try to artistically capture what I saw coming out of the interferometer? I went into my homemade darkroom. I set up an interferometer. I exposed my very first interferogram onto paper, and lo and behold, it developed. It was a beautiful representation and had a lot more detail than what I could see with the naked eye. I did that on numerous pieces of black and white paper, a whole bunch of different compositions, really trying to find the artistic sense of combining the arts and the sciences. For my white light interferometry, a fiber optic cable sends normal tungsten light into my machine. It goes through a little pinhole. It then goes through a collimating lens. So it goes directly into the machine, and then it hits my beam splitter. It sends half of the light straight through the mirror, and half of it reflects. The part that goes straight through hits a optical flat, which is a mirror that has a flatness that's guaranteed down to a quarter wave. The other half of the light is reflecting off the mirror and going through a piece of glass, and then it's hitting a deformable mirror. So it's a very flexible material under which are a ton of little actuators. You can move each one of those individually. Mine runs off of a software program to create the aberrations that you want. They both reflect off those mirrors, the flat mirror being still flat. The deformable mirror now has an aberration in the wavefront, and they come back through the optical beam splitter. They interfere either constructively or deconstructively and are sent out into the imaging lens, giving you the interferogram pattern that is indicative of whatever aberration has been induced on the deformable mirror. I set up a piece of 4x5 film. I used a 4x5 film shutter, nice little cable release. Gave it between a 25th of a second and a 50th of a second, depending on the intensity of the light, to expose the film. I imaged those aberrations onto 4x5 or medium format film. For my black and white darkroom photography, I set up an interferogram with a green laser. I was often using double slits, prisms to showcase the light in very different ways, exposing darkroom black and white paper, and develop it using traditional darkroom processes. For my color darkroom photography using the lasers, it was very similar to what I was doing with black and white, except that for this process, my darkroom had to be completely light tight. The paper is reverse paper. It would come out in the exact opposite colors. So the red laser would expose to a beautiful cyan. The green laser would come out as this awesome magenta. My purple laser would be this like mustard yellow. I would double expose, triple expose a single piece of huge 40 inches by 30 inches paper and hope that it came out. The works that I produce, you're seeing light itself and the aberrations of light, the wave nature of light. By doing this, I'm taking the process of photography, turning it all around, using it to create this artwork to showcase that physics and art of photography. photography are one and the same. an artist, I am a scientist, I am both together, and I'm creating these artworks that are creating this new avant-garde era of